The Queen's Christmas speech this year features a nod to her late husband, as Her Majesty prepares to mark her first festive season as a widow. In a photograph of this year's televised address, released by Buckingham Palace, the Queen sits behind a desk in the White Drawing room at Windsor Castle. Typically, the 95-year-old displays multiple pictures of her children, grandchildren and great-grandchildren for her speech. Last year, Her Majesty displayed a single image of Prince Philip after the pair spent 9 months in lockdown together. In a similar fashion, for 2021, the monarch's desk features just a single framed photograph, in a tender reminder of her husband of 73 years, whom she famously described as her strength and stay. The photograph is particularly poignant as this festive season marks the first for the Queen, following the death of the Duke of Edinburgh in April. The image, taken in 2007 at Broadlands Country House, Hampshire, shows the couple together. The photograph on proud display was taken to mark their diamond wedding anniversary. The Queen is pictured wearing a pale blue suit with her signature string of pearls and a brooch, while Philip is smart in a suit jacket and tie. The snap holds particular significance for the royals, as the image displayed recreates a picture taken on their honeymoon. It nods to a famous image of the couple after they spent their wedding night at Broadlands Country House in November 1947. The property was the former home of Philip's uncle, Earl Mountbatten. In the image for her traditional televised address, the Queen wears a festive red embossed wool shift dress while sitting in front of an illuminated Christmas tree. The garment, designed by British designer Angela Kelly, is accessorized with a sapphire chrysanthemum brooch which she wore in both the honeymoon and anniversary photograph. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, the monarch sat alone at St. George's Chapel for Philip's funeral service earlier this year. The pandemic has also impacted the monarch's Christmas celebrations as, for the second in a row, she has been forced to break from her usual royal tradition by celebrating the festivities at Windsor Castle rather than at Sandringham. A palace source said Her Majesty's decision to cancel was a personal one based on a precautionary approach amid the spread of the Omicron COVID variant. Last year, the monarch celebrated with Philip and their loyal aides, and concerns had been raised as to whether Her Majesty would spend this year alone. In recent days, it was made clear that the monarch won't enjoy the company of her daughter Princess Anne over the festive period. The Princess Royal is currently self-isolating at her home in Gloucestershire, Gatcombe Park, after her husband, Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence, tested positive for COVID-19. However, it has since been confirmed that the sovereign will be joined by her son Prince Charles and his wife Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, for the festivities at Windsor. Her Majesty's address this year comes following a series of joyful and sad moments for the royal family. In 2021, the Queen has welcomed 4 new great-grandchildren to the family: Princess Eugenie's son August, Zara Tindall's child Lucas, Harry and Meghan's daughter Lilibet, and most recently Princess Beatrice's daughter Sienna. Earlier this year, Meghan and Harry took part in a bombshell TV interview with Oprah Winfrey where they made a series of seismic claims about their time as members of the firm. In a statement released by the palace at the time, the Queen said she was saddened to learn the full extent of how challenging the last few years had been for Harry and Meghan, and that matters would be addressed privately. Last year, the Queen used her Christmas broadcast to deliver a heartfelt message of hope to the country amid the pandemic. She praised the indomitable spirit of those who had risen magnificently to the challenges presented by COVID. This year, as every year, the Queen's speech to the nation will be broadcast across multiple channels at 3 p.m. on Christmas Day.